Toft, board member 1987 to 1990.
Well, I was an alderman on the Bundaberg City Council, and I was appointed to different boards and that was one of the boards I was appointed to back in about 1987. I remember from a young fellow when the fire brigade was in Bowden Street, and we had connection with the people there. I knew quite a lot of the members personally, the people that worked on the fire brigade as well, and I took it as an honour to be appointed to that particular board. Well, it was a very responsible position. They had very responsible local people that were really high up in business or on the council who ran the place. It was a really organised organisation where they presented full reports. It was run by budgets, and it was really a good place to be a member of. Brian Conquest was the chairman. I knew Brian very well. John Fairclough, John Heaps, Paul Petrie, who was our accountant at that time. Well, Owen Norris, who was the chief officer, he was a member of our Rotary Club, and I knew him very well. I knew Len Croucher, Gordon Gibson, Cole Kellis, who was a neighbour of mine just across the road. Another chap that I was very familiar with was David Jenkin. He was the president of Rotary just the year before me, and so I knew him very well as well. The fireman and the chief wanted more equipment, but we were restricted on the amount that we could get from the government. That was the drawback of it. You had to submit budgets and plan ahead where they needed new equipment. You just couldn't go and buy new equipment like I could when I was in my own business. If you wanted something, you went and bought it. But working on a board like that was definitely strictly as per the budgets. I was the appointee from the council to that board, and I was very keen on my position at the council, so I tried to do a good job and succeed as well on the board.
Peter Bowden, board member 1987 to 1990.
My association was purely at a board level. We had no interaction with fireys or staff other than the head bloke. I was on the panel that interviewed him for his job. But no, we ran a very efficient board. We ran everything which we had to be out of there by a certain time because we're all busy. But as far as everything else goes, we never really associated in my time there with the fireys themselves. I was actually appointed by the council as a council representative, Woongarra Shire Council. And as I say, obviously there were the Bundaberg Regional Council or Bundaberg City Council at the time. They had their representative on there, and we had our representative on there as well. I was appointed for the term of the council, which ran for 3 years. In the third year, the government, in their wisdom, decided that they didn't want to have boards anymore, and decided to scrap the boards, and as they and centralise all the stuff through Brisbane. We didn't have any big issues at the time. It all ran fairly smoothly. The management team were very good. They dealt with things before they, obviously we had fires and all that sort of things, which is normal. But other than that, there's nothing there that comes to mind. Because the board consisted of a lot of people who were tied up in business and all that. It's all those things run very, very smoothly. And obviously it required, financing from state government budgets. But it all went fairly smoothly. Well, Paul Petrie was the chairman of the board at that stage. Paul was an accountant in town. David Jenkins, as he was involved in insurance. There was Heaps, Mr. Heaps, John Fairclough, Kel Toft. We're all, there's a lot of experience there, and you can't replace that experience. Obviously there's a lot of benefits in being centralised and as far as standardising training and equipment and funding and all those sort of things, whereas individual boards, if they weren't efficient, had the potential to lower the quality of service that the fire brigade could actually carry out. But no, it's probably a time thing. Whilst they suited the timing, etc., I think it was time for them probably to change, although it wasn't a popular move at the time.